Hello, everybody. I'm Chuck Wiger, State Senator for the area, and today I'm very pleased to have with me the Director at the Ramsey County Library System for Maplewood, Monica Stratton. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me here.
And congratulations in your new role as the Director.
Yep.
And how does it feel?
You know, it feels great. I've been working for Ramsey County Library for over 21 years, and I started part-time as a children's librarian, then moved into full-time children's
What library
work.
did you start at?
I started at Shoreview.
Shoreview. And all the libraries are so
they're all
awesome.
fantastic.
And you have, for the viewers, how many locations are there?
There are 7 physical Ramsey County Library structures.
Okay.
Yes. We have Mounds View, New Brighton, Shoreview,
White Bear
Roseville,
Lake.
White Bear Lake, Maplewood, and North St. Paul.
Great.
Yes.
And so you started out working,
Started out
part-time
as
there?
children's librarian, moved into full-time work. Then I moved into being the coordinator for all of the children's services in the system, which was a big job.
Yes.
And then I added in some management to sort of get my feet wet. And I started 4 years ago, I took over the role of managing the North St. Paul Library.
Yes.
Very small library. It allowed me to continue to facilitate children's work.
Yes.
But then I felt I was ready for a bigger location, and in February I was hired as the new manager at Maplewood. So I'm very excited.
Wonderful.
Left children's services behind, but after 21 years I was ready for a change. So yeah, it's exciting.
Well, it'll still be in your wheelhouse
Absolutely.
of activities.
Always a children's librarian.
And such an important age too. And as policymakers, well, we obviously provide support to whatever extent we
Yes.
can for the libraries,
Absolutely.
but we recognize how important it is for the young ones to get actively involved in reading.
Absolutely.
And you have so many programs to encourage that at all of the libraries. And tell us a little bit more about that as to how early you can take advantage of the opportunity for teaching a young one to
Sure.
learn to appreciate lifelong reading.
Day one.
Day one.
Absolutely. In fact, about a year ago, we started a program at the library called 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. Sounds pretty simple, but it's extraordinarily effective. Not a unique program. This is something that was developed about 5 years ago at another library system in the country. And it is just what the title indicates. Before kindergarten, parents and caregivers are encouraged to share 1,000 books with that child
Yes.
before they reach kindergarten.
And that can start day one? Could it start prenatally?
Yeah, it could.
And in terms of reading?
Absolutely. But the idea for the program is not only, there's so many different parts of it that make it so fantastic. So a child needs to know what is printed word? Why does what I see, these shapes I see on the page mean
Yes.
something? It develops, your imagination, looking at the pictures and wow, what's going on? It develops the parent-child bond with voices and cadences, and it fosters the understanding how language works, the rhythm of language in terms of breaking up syllables or singing songs or rhymes. So we don't, as we always say at the library, our role is not to teach children to read. It's to give caregivers the tools that they need to teach their children to read. So this is one of those programs that we hope will help as many kids that participate in it to be a little bit more ready for kindergarten when it time comes.
Well, it's a very important public policy goal for the state of Minnesota, for students to be ready for K.
Yes.
We talk about the major challenge we have in eliminating the achievement gap.
Absolutely.
And if we had all of the students, the young kids, parents, maybe grandparents and others that are involved could get involved with that reading actively with young kids, that would have a significant impact. So we wish you the very best in advancing those goals. And I know there's kits and different things that are available too. If you go to the library, and whether it's a parent or maybe a grandparent that's watching, you could get involved to help.
Absolutely. We have a variety of things for all ages. We have books, obviously, but the library extends much beyond that. In terms of physical materials, we also offer entertainment. The DVD collection is quite extensive and well used at the library, and even in the age of streaming, there are a large majority of people who either choose to or cannot afford to stream video at home, and
yes.
the DVD collection is heavily used, and we will keep it going for as long as they make DVDs.
Yes.
That is a large part of our collection. We also, like you said, offer sort of kit type things. So for younger children, we have story kits, which is a series of books and then some sort of physical prop to go with it, a puzzle, a puppet, something to extend the reading.
Puzzles, and these
absolutely.
are great learning kits.
Yes.
And that's wonderful for all the stores that might have these things, and you could pay $50 to $100. You can get it for free. And your property taxes and through the state helps support the library. But these lending kits, they're there.
Yes, and in addition to those, we just introduced a new set of kits for the, I'd say 7 and under.
Yes.
And they are STEM kits. And that's science, engineering, math, and technology. And these kits have both activities for parents and caregivers to do with their kids on measuring things or weighing things, or what is volume, what's capacity, early math concepts, sorting, colors, simple numbers. And we're extremely excited about those. STEM is a huge push in the educational system, and I think that it's dipping lower and lower, and so we're able to introduce these concepts to kids, again, before they reach school.
Yes, it so much aligns to our future workforce needs, and there's a shortage that's projected. We have help wanted signs in this area of STEM right now.
Absolutely.
And so you're a key partner in addressing this. And again, for parents, grandparents, others that would like to get involved with these, the young people with these kits, you have put together free opportunities to do that. So there's many different types of programs, as well as the books and the DVDs and that. But give us an overview, in addition to what we've talked about for children, of other options, choices that are available when you go to the library in Ramsey County.
Absolutely. I would say that probably the newest thing that we've introduced is a makerspace program for adults. So what makerspace is where people can come into the library and interact with technology that they wouldn't be able to afford to explore creativity, be that technology or sewing, anything like that. We have not only 3D printers, we have circuit cutters, we do have sewing machines. And
I didn't know there's a sewing machine at the library.
Yes, there is. Yes.
Okay.
And this is specifically for adults. When Makerspace, or the concept of that, was first introduced sort of on a nationwide basis about 10 or 15 years ago, it was really geared at teens.
Yes.
But we found that there were adults that were extraordinarily curious about this technology, and I wouldn't say they were being denied the use of it, but we didn't offer a program geared just towards them. And now we do. It is every Saturday morning at the Roseville Library. Every Saturday morning. No registration. You can just come right on in.
Is there a fee?
No fee.
Okay.
Everything is free. And I think that it's been quite well received, and we are looking to expand it. Funding does need to be done, for these are not inexpensive pieces of equipment. But it's worth it, because again, with the economic gap with the haves and have-nots, we want to be able to offer a single experience, not determining your income level at all. For adults, we also offer a lot of computer classes. So these would be how to use Microsoft Word, how to use Microsoft Excel, small business workshops, how to write a resume, job searching, where to go to look for jobs. We offer classes on social media. How do you use Facebook? How do you use Instagram? How do you take pictures on your phone and upload them to the internet? Things that, the younger generation knew how to do these practically when they were born, but there are definitely a lot of adults that want to learn this.
If you read a book to one of the young kids, and they could teach you the technology.
But we have instructors that can come in and walk you through it step by step. It's fantastic. We have at the Roseville Library, we have a lot of history programs, which are extraordinarily well received. And mind you, these are all free, and we have people coming who are experts across the field in all sorts of topics, both current events and not. We have the Do Good Minnesota programs, which are also held at Roseville. We were very successful in our Talk To programs. Talk to a vet, talk to a Muslim, talk to an immigrant, talk to a black man. We had these, and they were a fantastic and space where there was no judgment, where anybody could ask any question and ideas could be shared. I cannot impress how important it is in this climate to be able to have the opportunity to do that. Should you choose to just sit back and observe or actually get involved, I think that that's been a wonderful partnership that we've had with the city of Roseville. But again, free to anybody.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier the various branches of the library, and here at Maplewood,
Maplewood's my
whether
library.
it's in White Bear
Absolutely.
or Mounds View, the other branches, they have excellent program offerings. I know there's catalogs that are sent out or available in libraries online as well. The website, if someone wants to go to
www.rclreads.org. You'll find us there.
Okay. And do you get a lot of people that go there for help on their family tree, the ancestry, the genealogy? And tell us, let's say a viewer wants to learn a little bit more about their family, and what a great gift for yourself or two loved ones. But what next, and what do you do?
So the product that the library purchases and subscribes to is called Ancestry.com. Ancestry.com has, well, probably the most incredible thing it has is census records.
Yes.
Except for the one that burned. They've got them all. You do need to be in a library building to use it. The company doesn't allow external use, but you come into the library, sit at any of our terminals, pull up census records, marriage records, birth records, death records. It's war records. It's incredible. It's a very powerful tool.
Great.
Yeah.
So I strongly suggest that. And one item that I've appreciated at libraries too is you can see artwork online from throughout the world. Tell us about the potential opportunity in viewing art.
Well, you can come in and any of our public computers are free and available to use. You can pull up a number of different sites online that will show you, like you said, artwork either locally or around the country.
You can travel around the world?
Travel around the world. Technology is here to stay, and the library does everything it can to make sure our computers are up to speed and that people can come in, and they are heavily used. Heavily used. Desktop computers, again, are an expensive item to have in the home, and it's one of our main services that we provide.
Great.
Is tech help.
And the library is eligible for everyone watching?
Don't even need to have a library card, although we would like you to have one if you come in.
Good. And you do have a library board that kind of oversees, gives policy direction. Like to tell us what the board does?
So the board, the director of Ramsey County Library, her name is Jill Bolden now. She sits on the board along with, I'm going to get this wrong, I think it's currently seven people who are appointed by the county commissioners.
Yes.
So it does go back to elected officials eventually. And they help direct policy, oversee things like renovations of buildings. They're not real hands-on with the details of the library. They trust us, but they do sort of oversee operations and make sure that our mission statement is being continued and met, and that we adhere to that.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I know how rigorous it is to be in your shoes, to be a librarian. All librarians I've met are smart, resourceful, and so helpful to the public. Tell us about your training.
Okay, well, I wasn't originally going to be a librarian. I fell into it. My mother's a librarian. I went to school to study music, and then for a number of reasons gave that up and decided to become a librarian. My undergraduate's from St. Olaf, I sang in the choir, and so then I went off and studied voice at New England Conservatory of Music in Boston.
Oh, okay.
East Coast, I know. But the music scene as a singer in the East Coast is a little too cutthroat for me. So after deciding that's not really for me, I decided to go to library school and follow my mother's footsteps. And I went to the University of Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, right when the internet was taken off. So I was right in learning HTML right off from the bat. And then I was drawn back to Minnesota because of my husband. We had met at graduate school, and he got a job here, and we moved back to Minnesota in '96. We've been here ever since. Lived in North St. Paul and now live in Maplewood. So, yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We give you an opportunity to do a song if you'd like.
No, that's okay.
Well, I'm sure you're very gifted.
Thank you.
And any concluding remarks you'd like to share with our viewers about the library?
Sure. I mean, I guess I'd just like to emphasize that the library is for everybody. I mean, and I know that that's kind of a pat statement, and a lot of people say it, but that means a lot. There are not a lot of places you can go where you get access to a huge breadth of not only resources and books, physical, but also all the digital resources that we provide. And it costs you nothing. I mean, I have often said in my classroom visits that the library card costs $0. And if you have that library card, you can do all these things, and it costs $0. And second grade classes are just sort of flabbergasted that you could be able to do something for no money these days. And we are judgment-free, all walks of life. Anybody can come in and use our resources, and we are there to provide whatever anybody needs, and we will do the best to help everybody.
Well, on behalf of everybody, I want to just tell you we really appreciate what you're doing. We love the libraries. Thanks. Keep up the great work. You have definitely kept up with the times and you're visionaries in terms of what's needed. So continued success to Monica Stratton.
Thank you.
I encourage the viewers to take advantage of all of the services that are available and to volunteer as well if there's an appropriate role.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Yeah, thank you very much, Monica.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Continued success and support your libraries.